So this video is for someone in particular, but it, it can be for other people too, because I think these are universal messages right now with the energy. So with the gem oracle card that came out, the rock crystal card, okay, so Gemini, which is the twins. I think I failed to mention that on the video, but I just assume people know Gemini's the twins, but I shouldn't assume. But, so yeah, the twin flame connection with that. Okay, so rock crystal, very clear, illumination was the big thing. But one thing in particular that stood out from reading in the booklet was body image. Actually, let me just, well, I'll grab it, but so, and because and it's just mirror, anyway, I gotta show you these cards, but because I did like kind of a little mini shamanic reading for myself. I think this was yesterday. Yeah, and then today with the animals, so animal messages have been coming in, and then like, my twin, I'll just say twin just to keep it simple, but so, and then a brother out here, soul family. Well, he gets squirrels like harassing him and shit. But these two, okay, so right, was that right? Yeah, that was after, because it was one, like, actually I could see them from where, I could hear them and see them from where I saw that card. What, could I? No, maybe that was down a little bit further. Yeah, one more block down. But it was right after I'd seen that card in the gutter, that two of spades. Oh, I still have to, I have to upload that video. Oh, well, anyway. It's just proof of the card, which is another thing that I'm going to talk about, having proof of stuff. Okay, so, because I transcended that too, but because it's part of being right here, right now. Like when we're hiking, when we're on a walk, when we're engaging, it's like always having to record, always having to, for me, just for me personally, where I am now, it takes me out of the now, but I do, occasionally I will feel called to, if there's beautiful wildflowers, take pictures, or, and just to have it just in case. Not a fear thing, but, yeah, pretty soon phones and all that. Oh, God. Oh, so body image, because I was thinking about body image and just how illnesses and just the seasons and different things. Okay, so it can build up and whatever. And then for a woman too, like, because of the monthly cycle, the voice can change, the shape and size of the eyes, the jowl, all these, there's, like, before it was on YouTube, but it is on YouTube, but I saw the same things on, whatever shows they were, but on TV, of regular cable TV, just regular network television. Whatever that stuff's called. I don't even know how to refer to it anymore. So anyway, I'm getting off track. Okay, so what was I just saying about the tea? Oh, Lord, please give it back to, angels. Elion. Anyway, the main, yeah, okay, so, oh yeah, about the cycles with the feminine, thank you, angels. Yeah, because like like when a woman's ovulating, like her eyes have a more like alluring shape to them. The tone of the skin, like the color of the skin, the like the shape, the tone of the voice, like the voice changes slightly. They even did a thing like where, so they have these two women, and one was ovulating, or yeah, like ovulating, and one wasn't. Okay, these were two friends and whatever. And they, and I know, okay, it sounds gross, but they had like the sweat from a man's scrotum. Okay, I believe it was the same man. It was just, I don't think it was a man they knew, or you know, they were, you know, because they might recognize the smell. I don't know. So, but the one who was ovulating was like, no, it doesn't really bother me. It's actually kind of, like she wasn't like saying like she loved it, but she's like, I don't know what it is. It's not like it smells good, but like, it's not bothering me. It's not like a good scent, but I'd like want to keep sniffing it or something. And then the other girl who wasn't ovulating, her friend was like, oh God, no, that's gross. It smells like a dirty foot. Get it away from me. So anyway, that's why I was going off tangent there. But so, yeah, body, okay. And then for females, it can, you know, really, you know, you can gain, like, you know, from being bloated and all that, you can gain like 10 pounds, okay. And then that's not the only reason, but the main reason that I have it now, but the reason why I started on it, on birth control when I was younger, it was way before I had sexual interest in having sex or anything like that. It was because I had such horrendous periods, throwing up, cramps. Anyways, inherited from my dad's side of the family, when my blood aunt, my dad's sister, would have hers. She wouldn't even be able to get out of bed. She had to have her all scraped out inside because it would like coagulate and be so thick. And she would just like, I remember living with my aunt for 8 months, and when it was her period, she was just, my uncle would just like give us the look, and we would just see her as a lump on the bed. And she finally got that surgery, and then boom, boom, she had 2 kids. So, yay, Uncle Jim. Anyway, Fergies, you know, those Irish boys. No. So there's Irish on my mom's side too, but, well, yeah, Irish, Scottish, French. They're all the ishes. Heinz 57-ish. Okies from Oklahoma. But yeah, body image with that rock crystal card that had Gemini, which is the twins. Okay, and so this is why I'm sharing this, because this is kind of like a special message for my twin shamanistic energies. And I know it was that because Mirror of the Self card came out and You're Connected was on the top, and so let me show you. My 5-year-old son is being a little ass right now. Yeah, he's a tyrant, dictator, fascist. You could just sum it up by saying double Leo. Yeah, because it's funny, because when I went to go to the, you know, you go to the doctor, get all checked out for your, she was nice, the one who, the second lady, for a different thing for my son. I'm like, oh, yeah, my son's a Leo. He's real. And she, like, before he could even finish, she was like, oh yeah. I'm like, do you have a Leo for a child or something? Like, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Oh, you get me? You feel me? It's not just me. I'm not crazy. And she's like, oh yeah, for my daughter's graduation, her daughter is the Leo, I wore you know, those A signs, whatever, you got one in the front, one in the back, and whatever. Like, cardboard signs. What are they called? It's like it's considered an A sign because it looks like an A from the side and it has little chains on the side, whatever. Anyway. But she said she wore that for her daughter's graduation. At her daughter's graduation, she wore that and it said, "I survived Simone." Simone is her daughter's name. That's such a beautiful name. It's like very, smells like vanilla or something. Simone, right? It has like the very, like a musky vanilla, pleasant sandalwood or something uturi to it. I don't know, but it reminded me of the beautiful twins that well, they're all beautiful, but I mean just aesthetically, model type, like whatever. Samara and Shalom. So when she said Simone, it made me think of Shalom. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, it was... Oh, and with the animal med... Okay, so the squirrel thing. Okay, so I'm going down right after I see the card, and I see this... Okay, there's this tree across the street that's like a big trunk, and they're running circles. These two squirrels that... spring has sprung early here. All the, like, bulbs are peeking up out of the ground already and everything. It's like, it's springtime. Hello. Squirrels are, like, all over the place. They're running all over the wires and my neighbor's roof and up the tree. And so, yeah, the wildlife is really feeling it. And they kept doing, they were, like, chasing all around the tree for a second. And then they just were doing circles around the tree, just circles around. Both of them, I'm just like, whoa, y'all better be careful. And they seemed like little, I mean, they weren't babies, but they weren't full grown. But so, and you could tell by their behavior too, but they were little scamps, that's for sure. And they were just, there was just those two of them, and they were frisky AF. I mean, you know, just friends, or maybe they were brother, sister, whatever. I'm just saying, oh, well, you know, in the animal world. I mean, how did we all start? You know, okay. Because so, and also, and I'll tell you why with the connection with the cards. So I'm going to turn the light on here. So, oh, so recording, okay. So this, oh, it was 15. Okay, well, I thought it was 11 because of the Gemini symbol on it. So it was actually card 15. Which is 555. Okay, reduces to a 6, and 6 is receiving. 6, sex, sacral. But this is the throat chakra. And, oh, this is the lion pose. And interestingly enough, it's so funny when I looked that up on I'm like, that's the lion pose? That's how my son sits when he's on the floor all the time. Up on his knees with the hand. I'm like, are you kidding me? No, you're not. So this is the element of air. Okay, Vishuddha. Okay, so air, the breath of life, Archangel Gabriel, 5s. This is 5 times 3, which is the Trinity, and Archangel Gabriel is grace, which is 5. 555, 3 5s. Okay, Gemini, the twins, Lion, Lyran. Okay. Anyway, I won't go too deep with the whole galactic thing. So that was, let me see if actually there's anything else specifically, but the body image, because, you know, like on my body, like I have dark spots on, you know, well, my breasts, it's like, it's really like the parts of your body that make you like feminine, voluptuous, beautiful, and then it's like these, it's not like bad scarring or anything, but it is definitely from this autoimmune shit, you know. And nails aren't as pretty, you know, they have like ridges in them when they use, like, especially my left hand. My right one's pretty good, but I mean, all the cuticles fell off, and like it turns black, the nail bed just, some get really bad, mine didn't get too bad, but it's like this rash is like, you know, now it's on the other side of my, it's just because I just from walking, well, they've been spraying a lot, but just, yeah, starting up on my hand and stuff. Just walking to the store and back, which is like a half mile down the street. So, I mean, I did walk. Yeah, so I mean, I walked like a mile or mile and a half. Because we did go down to the card shop. Tribal Weaver. What card? Oh yeah, 15. Purity. Okay. Honesty. Self-discipline and work. Self-confidence. Self-affirming. Genuine, sincere, fair. So let me just read this. Okay, so the message: we have reached a certain point in our personal evolution that we no longer have fear of discovering the darker aspects of our nature. And remember, the fairy card was discovery, I believe, the one that flipped out for the most recent oracle reading that I did, the sacral chakra healing clearing one. And the darker aspects of our nature. Scorpionic, okay, underworld, birth, death, rebirth, transformation. So, discovering. We know we are unique and unrepeatable. Not just unique, but unrepeatable, it says. We know we are unique and unrepeatable individuals, and we love every part of ourselves. Yeah, like that card. That I just showed today. The smaller one. Just the single one that was with the trees. It's about acceptance. Blessings of acceptance. So we place value on our potential and we take care of our weak points. So rock crystal gives us a pure and illuminated thought. It helps us to fathom our psyche. Are we embarrassed about some aspect of our looks? Do we fear judgment from others? And judgment, that word judgment's right there. In 555, it's 15. Okay, Archangel Gabriel, Gemini, the twin flames. Do we fear judgment from... Okay, well, whoa. Okay. This is the part that this is the section ideas for meditation. Down here. Yeah, this book I've pretty much, this was my first oracle deck, so every single one of them I've gone through and so you can see like the first page, oh, I did it all nice, oh, across the top, just, it's nice along the side, a couple words, couple on the bottom, it's just, couple nice underline, and then by the time we get over here, it's like, oh, just whatever, different colored pen, I don't even know, because more things are sticking out. So it's interesting that I opened up to turquoise, which is the masculine feminine balance and the union of the masculine and feminine. And some other things, anti-victim mentality, self-empowerment, psychophysical union, personal evolution. So interesting, okay, that I opened to that. But so, okay, rock crystal. So the ideas for meditation: are we embarrassed about some aspect of our looks? I can go into embarrassment and want to conceal, cover, and be like that. I can, when that comes up, I can choose to go that way with it. Or I can just choose what serves my best interest, which is to not be self-loathing. I mean, be, you know, see yourself clearly. If you're like, oh, I'm getting, you know, my pants are a little tight, you know, maybe I gotta go a little easy on the eggnog. I like eggnog, whatever. I got German blood in me. I like my nog. What can I say? Not with alcohol. I just like eggnog. I make it homemade with yeah, baby. I make it with the alcohol or without, but float the egg whites, all that. Fresh grated nutmeg. Yeah. I'm a professional. Whatever I choose to do. I'm gonna be professional at it, or I'm not gonna do it. But maybe that's because I have a fair judgment. I don't want to be embarrassed, you know. So this is why we're, you know, get outside the box, do things that we haven't done before, and get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And because who cares if you fall on your feet, whatever. We don't want to get hurt, but other people judging us or being embarrassed, like we feel like that's almost like death. Like someone would come and like stab you in the gut. Like it'd be worse to be embarrassed, like speaking in front of people or something. No, nothing's hurting you. This is just our own psyche. So embarrassment it's you having your own, choosing that experience. So do we fear judgment from others? Okay, so are we embarrassed about some aspect of our looks? Okay, our physical looks. Do we fear judgment from others? Okay, about whatever, what things we believe, how we live our life, the way we talk. However, do we fear judgment from others? Are we letting that guide us? Okay, we need to understand where our words, thoughts, actions, feelings are coming from. Are they truly coming from our core, true, authentic self, or higher aspects, which is anchored in God? That's our true self. Or all the brainwashing, triggered, automatic, reflex reaction bullshit. That's not truly who we are. So in this instant response, instant whatever, instant gratification, we also want instant understanding, and we want to respond instantly. And okay, that's why we have to just take that aspect out. Whatever aspect, impatience, take it out. Okay, you can't be patient with, so unconditional love, you got to make it unconditional. You can't just be like, oh, I love this person, I love that person, and they're nice to me, so I love them. It's really easy to have unconditional love when you don't have anyone who's ever done any, you know, haven't had a horrible experience with someone, okay? Like abuse and whatever, okay? It could be from family, it could, you know, someone cheating on you is abuse, okay? It's mental abuse, it's emotional abuse. It's psychological abuse. It doesn't have to be physical abuse for it to be abuse. If it damages you, if it has any kind of negative influence on you, okay? And that person doesn't even need to know that they're intending to do that. But like narcissists, it's like, obviously they don't know a better way. If they did, they wouldn't act like that. So they know not what they do because they know not who they are. That's why it's important to know. It's important to know who you are, where you come from, who's your source, who are you, where'd you come from. That way, you can be right here, right now, and enjoy this, and know where you're going. But still be right here, right now, and enjoy the right now. Right here, right now. Things are pretty good. You don't have a hot poker sticking out of your eyeball. Okay? And if you did, there's probably someone in the world somewhere who has 2 hot pokers sticking out. 1 in each eyeball. Okay? And they should probably be grateful because there's probably someone somewhere else in the world who has 2 hot pokers in each eyeball. That's 4 hot pokers. 4. Count them. 4. 2 in each eyeball. 1, 2. 1 eyeball. 2 in the other eyeball. 4 hot pokers total. So, honesty. Face fears. Face the dark side. Illuminate it. Okay. I harped on that one long enough. This is a very magical deck. That's what inspired me to start my channel. I was hanging out with the angels, God, Jesus, and I was just like, that reading that I had is the first video on my channel. And I share the experience through a video, the first video on my channel of why I'm starting this channel. Because it was just too magical the way the cards came out. And so, and this whole journey, and it's just, yeah. You're afraid to use that word shaman because you're afraid to be judged, but you're struggling with being a social butterfly in the judgment. See, the judgment comes because you feel a need to be social. I'm not judging. This is an observation, okay? And you've said it yourself. You feel this need to be social. You said you can't. Okay, so that's not a very affirming. Okay, you say you can't not be social. You still need that. Okay, so you're going to have to deal with what comes with having that need. It's just fundamental. It just is what it is. Okay? If I keep saying I need my dad in my life because I have no one else to talk to about this, well, then I have to keep dealing with how he's going to treat me. Am I prepared to do that? No. So you just need to decide what it is, how you want to feel, how you want to live your life, how you want your life to look, how you want to feel in your life, the level of peace that you want to embody and for your life to reflect. It's all up to you. You have all the power inside you to set all the boundaries, to make all the decisions, to bring things in, to cut things out, to flow things however, okay? Now, there are certain things, of course, God always, is in charge. So sometimes he wants us to go through what we need to go through because we wouldn't learn these things any other way. Okay? Spirit school, yeah, it's different than 3D Matrix school. It's a lot harder because it's like, it's kind of rough someone kicking your ass to get up in the morning, go to school, and a long day, and you're tired, and okay, but then it's like when you got to do it on your own, you got to set your own alarm. You got to make sure it's plugged in. You got to make sure it's got batteries in there just in case the power goes out in the middle of the night because you got a final and you can't be late. And so it's about now we're responsible for loving ourselves, for teaching ourselves, for guiding ourselves. Not alone. The guidance is given to us by God. It's placed inside of us. Okay? And he gives us the courage through faith, through hope, to trust that he did that and it is where he said it is. And God doesn't lie. He placed it inside us. It's there. Okay? We're going, no, it isn't. God, we're not trusting God. I need to read the Ecclesiastes 8 or whatever. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna do a video just that by itself because that's us being an ego and not trusting and it's so the things that we think aren't being an ego, like date setting and this and that, but it is. And when you're doing any of these things and trying to figure out God and it's not that it's a bad thing. It's not a sin. It's just, that's not what God, I want to do what God wants me to do. What does God want me to do? And he keeps telling me This is the card that flipped out. Self-love. It's like, I love you. You just need to love yourself. 41 reduces to 5. Archangel Gabriel, the number of grace. 5. Fire. Fairies. 5 fingers and toes, 5 senses, because it's very organic. That brings that breath of life. The Fae, the ferrous rich, iron rich, and magnetic, is very in tune with the divine feminine. Okay, so I see this. You're free and liberated. This is a Sufi, and I didn't even know when it was just a symbol when in the 80s, right? My sister used to draw hearts with wings on the side, and we used to like curl them under. I don't know. I'll show sometime, whatever. But it's actually a Sufi symbol, which they actually prefer to be called practitioners of Sufism because they don't like to be labeled themselves. Okay, you can label what I do, but don't label me. The divine feminine, the divine masculine. When you unite these two energies inside you, you become centered in your heart, and now you are free. Self-love equals liberation. So that's the one that flipped out, and when that flipped out, struggle was on the bottom. Okay, I know it's kind of hard to see with these cards because they're black with gold writing, and then we got the glare there. But that's a salmon, okay? It's struggle. But this salmon knows who he is, where he's going. He knows he's got the guidance. That star, a piece of that star is in that brain. Okay, he knows the way home. Literally, like, fish have this magnetic thing my dad was telling me about. I didn't research it myself, and I don't rely on everything my dad says, but I'm just saying so that's how whales know where to go and all. Okay. Except for now, everything's, because all the poison and so self-love. Okay. Struggle's 30. Oh shit! I didn't bend that, did I? Caught my finger on there a little. Nice gold edge too. 32. Okay. That's also 5. So 41 flipped out, that's a 5. 32 was on the bottom when that flipped out. That's a 5. And salmon's like that kind of rose pink, dusty pink color. Kind of like the shirt that I'm wearing today. And the Andromedan dragon, okay? And on the top was 38, which is 11. So there's another 11 card. I keep seeing 1138 on the clock too. It's funny. And it's starting to sync up with things too. I'm like 11:38, which is 11:11, but I'm seeing it as 11:38 on the clock. So and see how there's 2 leaves here, a green and gold, red, gold, and green, and then two acorns, 2, 2, 2. All these things pairing up, matching up. Okay, growth. And 3 and 8, those are Christ numbers, okay? Reduces to 11, twin flames. And then we had 5s. Ooh, I have that heater turned up a little bit. I have to use some medicine because I'm I just like to keep a nice little flow of medicine instead of getting blasted with medicine. Not that, yeah. There's no getting blasted with medicine for me. I'm just, I don't know what it is. I maybe if I took a break from it for a long period of time. But it's like you build up a tolerance. I can smoke it all day, every day. It doesn't do anything to me like that. And I have very strong medicine, but I smoke very little bits at a time. but I smoke it throughout the day when last few years I've gone on and off for months and months and months, you know, and tried doing pharmaceutical, and it's like, no, I'm not going to do I won't even take an aspirin. Like, last time I got sick was throwing up, so I didn't have any anti-nausea, and I'm like, good, I don't need it. Cannabis is the only thing I need to make the oils, the tinctures, creams, the emollients. There's certain strains that are safe for children that have no THC. Charlotte's Web as pure CBD for spasms and all different kinds of things. So, and it's getting warm. I usually don't like it to be that warm in here, but thank you, heater. Not that I have to explain my medicine. It's just like I don't always, you know. I mean, if I feel like I just need to relax while I do this reading, then I will. But, like, you know, for the zodiac readings and stuff like that, try to keep it professional. I might drop a F-bomb or something, but keep it moving with them. Was that? Oh, that's the one I already opened. You know, I'm just a little bit more, not that I'm not myself in my zodiac readings, it's just I'm a little bit more myself in my other reading. I just want to make sure that I'm serving the people when I'm doing the zodiac readings. So when I'm doing other readings, you know, it's kind of me and my flow too, and I'm sharing, and so both things are kind of happening. So I'm not trying to, like, suit anyone's needs, but I'm also not trying to offend. I'm just doing me. So so the ones that came out of here, was that the one that was on the bottom? Yeah. Oh, and let me show you. Oh, come on. I hate it when I have to click the mouse and then I don't know if it's still on the little square to stop it, and then, because I don't have a pause on here, it's a very simple little... This is the one that flipped out from this deck. Mirror of the Self. Mirror of the Self. Of course. I don't know if you can really see. It's this is like a woman's head right here, and then this looks like a man to me. Okay, and this is the water level where her eye is. Very interesting. The eye show, right? The E show, the eye show, pause, eye dome, Poseidon. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, and Mirror of the Self. And it's not just reflecting. It's kind of like your higher self too, being connected by the higher self, connected to your higher self. And the mirror, like you being in, like, are they? See, okay, this is like, and they're fucking with my shit. Let me see here. Oh, come on. I think it's still. Is it? Yeah. You're like buzz. Anyway, so Mirror of the Self. Okay. When that came out. Yeah, it's like dragging. I don't know if it's just dragging as I'm recording it. But it's not actually recording that way, and it won't play back that way, but it's like, yeah, sticking and dragging. So let's wrap this up. So healing gift was on the bottom. When mirror of the self flipped out, okay, healing gift, and this is the one that I use for the shamanic readings. Okay, that's one of the ones. And then of course the shamanic healing, and usually the gem oracles, and but I didn't pull any animal cards, just a couple. So just the shamanic oracle decks, but. So when that came out, Mirror of the Self came out, Healing Gift was on the bottom, and You're Connected was on the top. Hello. Unity, consciousness, we're all connected. I need to stop, God, these planes, like, I need to stop letting it bother me, stop flipping them off. Just, sometimes when I'm in my front, not walking around town. If I'm in my front yard, I might, they're just so rude. It's kind of embarrassing, actually, because it's just like, as soon as I step out of my house, and I'm a person who, I never liked to be in the photo, never liked to take pictures, I was always like shied away from the camera, like, I'm a behind the scenes person. I'm the writer, the creator of the show. So I just don't like being bothered. I don't like to socialize. I don't like to be on a phone. I mean, it's not like I had a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it now. But I just never really was it just depends if you were someone I really vibed with, or like a really good, like my girlfriend. And those are people that you could not see talk for 3 hours, but I'll go back to that. I needed a break from everything, all of it, people pulling on, needing anything from me. Okay, if they don't understand that, and I don't want anything from them either, but I can't sing to anyone right now. As far as like an obligation, when you have that connection and reach out and you're tight with your dad or your girls or your, and then it just starts to get, then they start calling you more often, then it just gets to be too much, and it's like, I love them, and it's not like, oh, I'm never gonna talk to you again. It's just, I don't know anything. I have to go with my guidance in the now. And whenever I think about my dad, my guidance just keeps telling Rivka, God just keeps telling me Rivka. Every time my thought goes there, it's like this triggered thing that we co-wrote together before I came down here, Rivka. And see, the heater clicked on right when I said that. And that happens all the time. Sirens have been confirming things. And this is usually when Archangel Gabriel messages are coming in and moon stuff, okay? You'll start hearing a lot more sirens. So car alarms confirming things, honks, a siren when you just said a real banger, bang on of a truth. Either in a video or just flowing, talking to yourself, whatever. Talking to God, receiving from God. So I'm just myself. Like everything that who I am, I'm just myself. Like if I had a little alcohol, I share it, or if I didn't, it wasn't because I'm hiding anything. Like I share who I am. I share that I'm celibate. I know cannabis. I love Jesus and I love tarot, because God gave me tarot. God guided me to tarot. God guided everything that I'm doing currently in my life and who I am right now because of God. Anything about asking God, like you gotta Like, oh, it's so tough on you want to be, you just want to do what's best for your child and what's best for you too. You just want to do the best given the situation. So it's hard to know what that is, and sometimes it changes. Sometimes the discipline isn't spanking, it's something else. And I don't know. I think the thing is, what I really was downloading about that, and I don't know why this is coming in, because just I'm dealing with my son right now, but and I noticed this, and I kind of thought he was funny because he was my brother's friend and he was funny, okay? And he was a redheaded kid, okay? And he was just hilarious. I think his name was Max or something. He was hilarious, which is funny because that's baby daddy's name, but anyway. He was like, okay, so his mom was a single mom. She's a nice, pretty young lady and just so sweet. Poor thing, I felt bad for her because we lived in this apartment complex in Healdsburg, and me and my brother, it was dark, but it was like in the summertime, so it was still kind of early, or whatever it was. It was dark, but it wasn't late. However that works out. Okay, maybe it was the weekend. So, but or maybe our parents just. Oh God. We're lucky to even be alive. I can't believe we weren't like kidnapped, abducted. We were never had any freaking supervision. Oh my God. Jesus. Protected me, because anyway, what was I talking about? So the discipline thing. I'm going to be done here. Sometimes I lose my train of thought because of tangency. It's a condition. It's called tangency. It runs in the family patrilineage. So definitely from my father's side. Oh my. History lesson on, okay. And you're like, Dad, I just asked you to pass me the butter. And he just gives you a whole history lesson. You know how they make butter? Okay, anyway. With the discipline, okay, so this kid, he was out, like, he was hiding under, like, just one of the trucks that was parked on the sidewalk, on the street by, there's like a couple different blocks of these apartments that were, so there was a street that went this way and this way in between, but they were like the same apartments across the street. Okay. And so like he was over in front of where our apartment was, and he was like hiding underneath the truck from his mom, like laying on his belly, and it was funny. He was a funny kid. Like he had a great sense of, this kid like had a great sense of humor, and my brother, he just had awesome friends. But I remember he was a redhead, and I remember he had a great sense of humor. But I also remember feeling bad for his mom because she was like being so sweet, but he was being a little shyster, like little scamp, You should listen to your mom when she's telling you to get inside and stuff, and you shouldn't play games with the feminine. Not your mom. That's what my son was doing too. Like had his glass of water, and he just pushes it over. He's just laying here next to it. And he wants me to get him some more or something, whatever. And so he was like starving himself out the last few days. Okay, so the spanking, this is what I'm saying, like moms, even if the kids don't take you seriously, especially if it's a boy, I don't have my nephew around. I'm just kidding, but it's like, even if the mom spanks harder, that it doesn't have the same energetic frequency. And they don't take you seriously. I remember the difference between, I was spanked by my mom and spanked by my dad. I definitely spanked her, but yeah, how mad your mom gets, or saying that because I don't know how to. Am I being disciplined right now, or you know, or is my dad? Oh my God, I was. Oh my God. Yeah. Broomstick one time and whacked me in the kidney just from the back until my police getting arrested by the police style up against the yeah. Because he was up all night fucking some whore and he was on coke, and then we were running around fighting outside, and because, you know, whatever, because, you know, my brother always teasing me and just couldn't just, I don't know. Never liked me to have any shine. Never. Never, 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 never. And so he was always taunting me, getting me to just go crazy, steal shit from me, push me around, just do things, whatever, call me name, whatever, just, he was not a nice brother. And it probably had something to do with he felt favored, that my dad favored me because I lived with my mom and my dad had my brother. They split us up, so neither one of them might have paid each other child support or whatever. So that was great for us because then my brother ended up resenting me and I was getting molested living with my mom. Not that anything great was happening at my dad's, but I remember, you know, it would be special at my dad, and, you know, and then it would be different for my brother because my brother would be dead all week, and so it was discipline this and that. I'd just go get to see my dad on the week. We still lived in the same town. I could walk over there, but it was just a different dynamic. So my brother had a lot of resentment towards me because of that. And I just knew how to play the Matrix game, you know, and be smart and shut up. Play the game, get from because you think this person's this and this. Shut, because I don't want to have to keep changing. Oh, she's a person that made her. I'm sure you have your morning then. You know, just so a lot of build not being able to having to lie out with my friends who were good, just foster mom, my parents, but then I'd have to their dysfunction. So there's up. We have to be fair because all this is coming out, and some people take longer to heal, and because they have different things they need to. It's all just because we got to get it out. We got to heal it. We got to reveal it to heal it. It's got to come up. You know, it's like when you're sick and you have a full stomach. You ate something that was great, whatever, but then for whatever reason you start feeling sick. You just you just know it's not agreeing with you. Are you gonna keep feeling sick all night while you are digesting that food, and then you're gonna want to, I'm sorry, but shit and all this? I'd rather just go get it up, maybe drink some water, rinse it out again, get all the acids and shit out, whatever. Because I deal with that a lot, so I have learned a system to where it's like, am I just going to, no, I always feel so much better, so just make yourself throw up now, get it over with so you get on with feeling better instead of sitting here for 2 hours feeling sick and then ultimately you're going to throw up. Anyway, what I'm saying is we need to be in tune with what's going on in our mind, what we're thinking, what we're feeling, be a witness to ourselves. Through everything. I listened to Osho earlier, and I've never even listened to him. But he was, because I was looking up Tantra and stuff, because I just, you know, want to know what the, I guess, literature says, because most things I just get downloaded straight from God, and I just, you know, I do research if I'm guided to do research, so I can gain a greater understanding, but I'm just feeling it again because, and I put it on my playlist, and I keep checking to make sure but I keep checking as I can remember. So if you ever see it set to private. So anyway, it's not public if you don't see playlists. I have 3 different ones. They're always on there, but they always switch it back to private. They've been doing it a little less lately. Prayer that I forgot about. Osho, he was talking to his voice. He's Indian, like Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev, and that's the one who I spiritually drafted when I met my igniter twin, I'll say, August 2013, and I had the Morgellons for, at that point, God, I'd say 8 years. Because I remember when the hairs started, so I didn't see the rash until August 2013, which was the month when I met him, and all the, okay, so all that stuff, boom, activated, started purging all from right then. And I had to go live with my dad, who I hadn't spoken to in 10 years, shortly after that. Like a year after meeting him, I went to Yuba City for a few months, and then out to New Mexico. Yeah, no, oh God, this people I've had to live with, but it's all divine. It would have been this. It's the way it's supposed to be, or else it would be different. So this is trust. This is faith. This is knowing that nothing gets by God. So whenever I want to go into being angry, this bitch, that, blah, 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 they did me this and they did me that, and that's not trusting in God. And that's the Ecclesiastes, I think it's 8, that I'm going to do it separate, the Bible reading. But forgetting, I'm going to grab the Bible, so just get it bookmarked. Trust is very important. Trust that, and that when I saw the first ship, was further off, but it did the same exact thing, dot and expanded, and then moved, not like an airplane, super shiny. The other one, when it lasted so long, I was gonna grab it. Just said, why? Like, what's your intention for grabbing your phone? See, it was taking me out of the here and now and having the experience of just witnessing a sighting. You know, it's not that unbelievable. Like, so many people have these sightings, and then you show them proof, and people believe or not believe. So it doesn't even matter if you have proof or not. You see what I'm saying? So what's your intention? So you can have a memory of it. What, your memory doesn't work? I felt disrespectful. I felt like I was being invasive. Like if you came across a yard, but you could see it was open, there was no fence, but it was someone's backyard, and they were laying in there in their bathing suit. But yeah, you're on the sidewalk. Okay, you're well within your right to, but that's invasive to like take a picture of her or to record her, even though it's like, well, she's right out in the open. It's a public place. Even if you're in a public pool or something, like you shouldn't be recording a woman who's just laying there in her bathing suit. Like, she didn't come there for you to like record her. Like, that's not why they were there. Okay, that clicked on right when I said that. She wasn't there for you to record her. She's there to enjoy her. Like, the ship's not there. Like, oh, we're gonna let Gretchen have a sighting today. You know, like, no, they were doing some stuff, and maybe, you know, they wanted to coincide that because the crow was squawking at me with the avocado, because he was reminding me not to eat meat, because I got my child McDonald's. Anyway, I got him chicken again today. It's like, I gotta get him chicken, because this boy, what can I do? I'm gonna try to like get really good chicken and make my own little like breaded chicken, good, you know, farm rate, whatever. They have tons. I don't want to give him meat. Man, the double Leo, he is so willful. He's done this many times where he wants to speak up. It's just like little mini pop I get from, you know, the convenient store or whatever. Just get sweet sometimes for half an hour, whatever. Or a lighter, you know, things. Glad it's there too, because, you know, the Lithos right across the street. And it's, the other thing is like half a mile down the street, so He doesn't walk. He makes me push him in the stroller because I have to drag him and he whines the whole time. He doesn't want to walk. He doesn't want to feed us. He is like a little Prince, double Leo. I'm going to have to put him on camera because I'm telling you, those locks are getting to his head. He think he cute. He think he pretty. Okay? I know I need to curb my Wendy. Okay? But it is what it is. I am who I am. I am what I am, right? Spinach in a can. So, yeah, I don't know, but I was, I lost the discipline thing. Because there's something about when, there's something about when a man disciplines you, you take it a lot more seriously. That is for sure. Something about the energetic alignment of a male disciplining his son. It's just a dynamic and that's why there's so much, it's not, the Matrix wants to say, oh, the single moms, they this, they that, or, oh, so easy to blame us because we're the ones who get stuck with the kid. Well, you should have picked a better man. Well, he should have been a better man. Anyway, it's all divine, right? God did it all. God did it all. But that's the reason why there's so many young men who don't have respect for anything. Because about coming from a male figure that's a certain resonance, okay, that activates a certain thing that gets a child to behave, okay? I'm talking about healthy discipline, okay? Because he doesn't have, I ain't get you, we don't have any pecan pies, and I ain't getting you any pecan pies, and how about for the rest of your life, unless you sneak out your ears. So he was eating, okay? So eventually, caves before, like, no, I know more as a kid, just drinks and eating tea straight and just drink that and it's kind of thirsty. So I know when a kid's hungry or thirsty, they'll just eat or drink what you give them. I try to give him scrambled eggs. No, he just wanted his pecan pies because he had them for a couple days in a row or something. I give him a little bit too often, I guess. So he was expecting that, and I'm like, oh, that you went the wrong way with that. Expectations. You need to let go and release expectations. So, I see the divine masculine, what they're going through. I see it just out in the 3D world. I see it with my son. He was trying to battle my will, the divine feminine, the divine mother. He was trying to do a battle of wills with me. I'm like, oh, no, you're gonna eat what I give you because I gave you delicious oatmeal that had real maple syrup in it and everything, organic cinnamon, vegan butter, distilled water, scrambled eggs, just perfect because I'm a gourmet chef. So I'm not tooting, I'm just saying there's no excuse, perfectly seasoned. Even a little part was like, do you want ketchup with it this time? It's like all these, pineapple kefir, good organic mixed with pineapple juice. So finally he had the kefir this morning. I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. You're gonna eat what I give you. I'm not making a smorgasbord. I got all this food that I barely even eat. Okay, they just zapped my shit. I think they just zapped it. Are you kidding me? Okay. I'm like, if I'm going on and on whatever here, I'll just end it now. So after all that, so the pineapple, okay, and then I made him more, and then he didn't even want one sip of it the other day. So he thought he was going to hold out for pecan pies, but he don't, God. So anyway, he got like these delicious fries and chicken strips and this giant brownie from the bowling alley and stuff, and then Craig, it was just like, oh, whatever. So I'm like, oh yeah, we did good today. Okay, good, getting along. And then so we come home and I'm just sitting here chilling after we get back, put the groceries away. I'm just sitting here and, on here watching. He just has a little water glass. I shouldn't have, but you know, anyway, it's just water. If it was juice, well, anyway, he spilled that too, but even with the sippy cup, he'll just turn it upside down and watch it dribble on the carpet. Ah, I like the sound of the rain, or whatever. I can't even. Oh, surrender. It's like, do I be mad at him for, is this a discipline issue? Is it the chemtrails? He's got so much aluminum for autism, so it's just, he doesn't get. There's certain things I know with his personality, you know, but it's like getting mad again. It's just like, who do you ultimately, you're gonna God, and it's like, but God knows what he's doing. Give me love, make it up for the kitchen, don't bring anything over, you know, every little thing, because God wants me to be discerning and have attention to detail, and I gain more patience this way by just being broke down. That's what God's doing. The bits that are trying, God is broke down, like the little toothpick, you know, from Tom Little Picks, and they snap. Yeah, this wall just made a weird sound. My computer's tripping and shit. I don't know. I'm gonna stop now. And I just yapped and yapped and yapped, so. Alright. This is pretty much for only one person anyway, but, so it wasn't meant to be, like, entertaining. It was just sharing, expressing, yeah. So. Good night. God bless.